This starts as a funny flex about buying a Pokemon card, but it turns into a real question about money, guilt, and boundaries with family. Listen for the moment where generosity stops feeling like love and starts feeling like enabling.
It really, really hurts me, bro. Especially when I go out there, let's say, for example, and you'll love this, and buy a fucking Pokemon card.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But that's for me, and I feel like that's what I worked hard for, and I love them to death. But sometimes it's like, when are you going to learn? You know what I'm saying? So it can be a life lesson that I'm trying to teach them, because I do have it sometimes, but I also have to think about my kids and putting things in place for their future and, for what they're gonna need when I'm no longer here.
What about when they need money, but you just knew they went to the Bahamas for the weekend? That wasn't a good financial decision.
Yeah.
I don't want to tell you don't go on vacation, but now I can't give you money because I knew you just went on vacation.
Right.
Yeah, I think y'all have very good points. A thing I have a much harder time telling my loved ones and family members about is that the L in salmon is silent. Like I ain't really grow up with money like that. So like we grew up eating catfish. You know what I'm saying? And like when you can move up to tilapia, like that was a big thing. Like, bro, we ain't never seen mahi or sea bass or salmon spelled until we got to like menus in restaurants.
What they call it, RC?
Salmon. I hate that, dog. And and it's like, and what I hate the most is like when they say salmon with the L at the restaurant, I don't like how the server look at them. Cause then when they say salmon, the server look at them like we ain't supposed to be there. You see what I'm saying? And now I feel like you telling me the price on the food after I already ordered and I can see the price there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so, and then too, it don't be like the right time. Cause if I tell you after you just said it, now I'm checking you, right? Yeah. But if I tell you a week later, now you know I didn't let you say this for 6 years and I never corrected you. Mm-hmm. So once it's out one time, we effed up. Now our relationship is at odds because every time you say it, my stomach bubble, but I also know I can't correct you. And it really ain't your fault because we couldn't afford salmon when we was growing up. And you just reading it. Like phonetically, you just sounding it out. And I know real G's move in silence like lasagna, but also real L's move in silence like salmon. And so if you're watching this, and I ain't never told y'all, the L in salmon is silent, and I've been having a tough time keeping that from y'all.
What about a surf and turf with the filet mignon, and the salmon?
If they do that, then we got to stop going out to eat. We got to stop.
Eating at the crib.
Speaking of like family and all those things, the Knicks won the chip.
Yeah.
We posted a video at the beginning of this. Fred said Spurs in 5. He was wrong. You only talked about Wemby.
Yes.
Right? And I gave a fair assessment of what it would mean for both superstars. So how you feeling about it now, Freddie T?
I've heard a lot on my group chats. I went to Spurs in 5. They laughed at me. Then I said Spurs in 6. They laughed at me. Then I say Spurs are going to make a run. Obviously, they laughed at me. I mean, just looking at the series, I'm a sports person, right? The Knicks, they deserve it. The way they played, the way they fought back, being down double digits, the X amount of games they deserve it. And the Spurs definitely deserve what they got. To be up in those fashions, all those games, when you looked at it, it could have easily been 2-1. It could have easily been 3-1. A shot here, endurance here, finishing here, there, whatever. But that's not the way it ended. That Jalen Brunson, OG, Hart,
Cat.
Bridges, Cat, the bench, coach, like they deserve to do what they did, man, and to be crowned world champions. And I'm just on the sideline. I'm not in the locker room. I don't know what they were built of. I looked at a team, I looked at matchups, and I thought the Spurs were a better matchup. I thought Wemby would be more dominant. And unfortunately, I thought wrong. So I take it, but the Knicks, they dug deep, they deserve it, and man, crown them.
Guys stepped up. Big body Brunson. I didn't think I was going to take on the nickname, but Brunson came through. 45 in the closer. Big body Brunson came through. Obi-Wan Kenobi, whatever his name is, he was balling. He was giving everybody pure hell. But man, Mike Brown coached circles around Mitch Johnson.
Yeah.
We kind of talked about it. They made no adjustments. They did nothing. Mitch Johnson was doing the same thing. They playing Wemby they had 5 guards as they were playing. It was just a dumb approach to the game. So I'm not saying the Knicks won it, to your point. I'm not just saying the Spurs lost it. The Knicks won it. They went out there and did their thing. But I think the Spurs are going to learn a lot. De'Aaron Fox didn't do his best basketball, if I can say it that way, because even there, why did he have the ball in his hand after we saw game 2, game 3, game 4? He shouldn't be facilitating. Dylan Harper should have been in that game.
Yeah, Dylan Harper's a baller.
Everybody knows that. You have 3 young guards in Vassell and Castle and Dylan Harper. Like, I just don't like the approach. So the Knicks would have won it. They are the better team, as we all saw. In 5, you the better team. But I think it wasn't managed well out of Mitch Johnson. But, man, if they can keep that team together, because them boys are going to want some money when they win it, but they can keep that team together, the Knicks going to be special for a little bit.
Yeah, bottom line, the Knicks went on a historically great run. The Knicks showed us what teams are really about. The Knicks star took $100 million less so they could continue to build a team in Jalen Brunson. And then he went out and proved to us that not only is he one of the best players in the world, this is a guy that's going to be talked about as MVP headed into next year. And what Brunson did also shows us that we have to stop discounting things we can't explain, right? This dude was a McDonald's All-American, right? A high school champion. He was a 2-time college champion, a player of the year. So he always been short. He always been a little slower or couldn't jump the highest. And he's killed everybody on every level. But because we can't put our finger on it, we don't want to give him his just due. And he just went out and took it. And when you look at what OG did, when you look at the games Cat won for them, the times Mikal Bridges had to step up in Atlanta, Josh Hart having nights, what they were able to do off the bench, and really Mike Brown being the John Gruden to Coach Tibbs's Tony Dungy and getting them over the hump. It was amazing. And the other piece is this: Wemby and the Spurs walked off and didn't shake hands. And I ain't got no problem with it. You know why? The All-Star game got better because of Wemby's intensity, and he don't want no friends, right? To watch him play against Chet in Oklahoma, it was better because he went out there trying to kill. But there was something that was exposed: stamina, strength, muscle, foundation, finishing. He gonna have to answer all those questions. Everything you said about him coming into this is true. But now it's not what you can be, it's what you're gonna be right now. And so I thought it was really cool to see Knicks.
Someone you love spends irresponsibly. Do you still help them when they ask for money, or is saying no the real lesson? Leave your take in the comments and like and subscribe for more clips like this.